Rise and shine, Ursine, as we continue on with this class trial, thinking about where the murder occurred, which was obviously in Rioma's lab, in that sink in the prison bathroom section.
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet? That's strange. Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
Yes, Gonta, you are a good Wolfo, but please keep up.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
That's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold. Himikawa under the bridge?
Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice. First, let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room? Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
But the cause of death was drowning. There is nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Drown in toilets? Impossible.
We should consider places where water is stored. The only place that fits is the pool. Even if you use magic, there's no other way.
Well, it must be the pool then.
That
No.
little turd drowned in the toilet.
Shut your mouth, you noisy sow.
Why do you hate Miyu so much? Seriously, Kokichi, you are vicious with her.
First, let's establish the crime scene.
There's nothing in his room that could collect enough water. Impossible. We should consider places where water is stored. The only place that fits is the pool.
That's wrong! The pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime. No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
A dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Good to know, Reen.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying.
Good to know, incest bear.
In the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
Please stop.
Only after you leave do I realize how much you really mean to me.
Don't you start.
Quit being so gloomy! This is the year of the Jets! Fuck the Patriots!
Anyway, we can conclude it's impossible for him to have drowned in the pool.
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where water can be stored? This is it!
The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
Scratch marks on the sink?
And I believe those scratches were caused by...
This is it!
The handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct?
Oh yeah, sort of looked like they'd been scraped against something.
There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank. I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab's sink.
Gotta say, I still have no idea who the culprit is.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Saying disgusting things. I don't want to hear it.
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
Stop! Please stop!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shikuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him. Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not but bones. I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... whoops. Don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just talking to myself.
God, if only you'd actually help in these trials instead of being our biggest obstacle, Kakichi.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed. Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right? That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
Alright, I'm calling it. The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
But how did the culprits carry his body to the gym from there? Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy?
No, there's a window, Angie. Window.
It's actually not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
This is an easy one.
There! The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
That's right. None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Ryoma's lab. And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Do you think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window? Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window. How's that? Mission complete!
We already know they couldn't have thrown it into a piranha tank. Had to get up there some way.
Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier. The gym window was too high to reach from the poolside, even if one used the ladder.
That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this!
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Oh my god, it's the snowboarding section from Danganronpa 2 combined with Deadly Premonition's driving system. And the Hangman's Gambit. This is hell. This is what hell looks like. This is the combination of every terrible game mechanic in every game. Of course there are the other cars on the road. Why wouldn't there be in this imaginary road that exists inside of Shuichi's mind? Apparently the inside of Shuichi's mind is Miami. Who knew? Oh wow, it's just like Hangman, but worse. You might be thinking, oh slow down, it'll be easier if you're not going at top speed, but I have never played a driving section on anything other than top speed, and I don't plan on starting now. If we fail because of this, that's just something that's a cross I'm willing to bear. What even is this section? Why are we in the desert? There aren't any deserts in Miami. Are there? I've never been to Miami. No, Miami's like tropical and shit, isn't it? There aren't deserts. Ironically, going this fast means it actually takes me longer to get the questions done. That's just how things have to be now at the end of all things. Wait a second, is this Vegas? Oh, thanks. I don't know. Gotta be via the pool. It's not via the pool. Although that makes the flotation device absolutely pointless.
It connects! I've got it! Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window. I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
I mean, with Ryoma it kind of is.
No, I don't believe he was thrown. But perhaps another way.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, they can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
It's just a rope, right?
There! The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
Oh, there was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Atua can reveal. What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope has been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope. That's how they bridged the distance between both windows.
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows,
According to the sign at the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet. And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet.
So, 51 feet.
Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
You bet it's long enough. That's what she said.
Wait, who said that?
even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
You could attach a hook onto the end, just kind of throw it.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
No, don't think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Another rope. There was only one, though.
Oh, then it impossible. Sorry.
This is it! The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
I'm still not sure how having two ropes would help, though.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how do they use it?
Okay, so... First, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move to other side and tie cable to other window. Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Wow, that's amazing, Gonta. You're so knowledgeable.
Oh, what a clever wolf. Have a treat.
It's nothing. Going to use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
3, 2, 1, Mio.
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Surprisingly there, Miyu and Kokichi.
Eureka! I got it!
Okay, I knew you'd come in eventually.
Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. But in my case, it's 100% inspiration!
We get it. Just tell us already.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan!
Yeah, that makes sense.
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
Why do you hate Miyu so much, Kokichi? You are horrible to her. Don't encourage him.
Tarzan? But they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
Tightrope walking? I mean, just moving along it with their hands. They need to be very physically fit, which limits who could do it, but it'd be possible for some of the class. Tenko could do it.
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
What?
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial. It all starts with you. You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Together?
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick. I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah.
Have you not tortured me with Hangman enough? Two, three, four. I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna... Apparently, that was right. Who knew? Apparently that was also right. Who knew? Rope something. Honestly, at this point, I'm just guessing based on what letters are coming by. Rope? Way? Is that even a word?
Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that? Wow, you got brain damage or something? You'd need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
What? This is Bejeweled. He's managed to create a gameplay thing worse than Hangman's Gambit. I can't get rid of that one, can I? Oh.
I see it. It's the inner tube. The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool.
The inner tube?
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side?
Yeah.
Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows. And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported 2 people. The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway, and used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym. Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. That way would be more stable and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible. But wow, a ropeway!
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules?
Monokuma.
It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Well, Monokuma.
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay. Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Oh, shit!
Alright, let's cross-examine the bear.
Way to put your foot in your mouth.
His foot? Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Pops?
Uncle, Daddy's mad at you now.
Huh?
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Oh, that's nice of you to say there, Akia.
Huh?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along.
Monodam's right.
Monosuke, you better thank Monodam. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So culprit really used ropeway to move body?
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
This doesn't really narrow down the culprit at all.
Ropeway murder? Some crazy-ass shit! But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway. Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side.
That may left the inflatable in the pool.
Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see! The rope was thrown from the window! That's why we found it there!
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
Too deep to get it.
That's it! Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Huh! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur!
No, actually. Save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
There was more than one mistake, Shuichi, come on.
if Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. Well, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Shut up.
Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway. Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
Well, on that weird note, we're going to leave it. So, like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll catch you next time. So long. Farewell.